Hi, my name is John. I'm going to show you task analysis on how to shoot a basketball correctly. Alright, so the first task I'm going to show you is just the footwork. So you first want your feet aligned with your shoulders, make sure they're square, and then you want to make sure your knees are bent and make sure that your body's square with the basket and into the basket. You just want to bend your knees a little bit, so when you get ready to shoot, you're going to be jumping up just a few inches in front of you. Alright, so the second task that I'm going to show you is squaring your shoulders and your elbows with your body and with your feet. So you obviously want your shoulders square with your feet, which I mentioned before, and then you want to square your shoulders and your elbows like this. You want to add an L shape or a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to take your dominant, so I'm going to explain, so your dominant hand is the hand that you use to shoot the ball, to throw to right. Your non-dominant hand is the hand that you don't use as much, but it's to help support the basketball. So in this situation where we're squaring, we're going to be squaring our elbows. We're going to be bringing our non-dominant hand to support the basketball, and our dominant elbow is to be here to get ready to shoot, and you want those knees squared. Alright, so now task 3, I'm going to show you the ball and hand placement on a basketball. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your hands are spread out like this. And you want your dominant hand on the back of the basketball, spread out. You want to make sure that the palm isn't touching the ball. You want just your fingertips to touch the ball. And then you want your non-dominant hand also spread out and supporting the side of the basketball like this. And then your palm can slightly touch it. You just want to make sure you have it like this. And then you bring the ball up, this L shape right here. You want it aimed at by your dominant eye. You just want to be like this. Remember, elbow squared, shoulder squared with your feet, knees bent, so you're ready to shoot the basketball. Alright, so task 4 is just the fundamental of jumping. So obviously, remember we talked about having everything squared, you want your knees bent, so it gives you that power from your legs to move forward. And so and the reason why you want to move forward is so you have that strength to put the basketball in the basket. So you just want to jump a little forward. And that's it. Alright, so the last task is task 5, and it is the release. So obviously you want to make sure that everything is square, and then when you have the ball, you want to make sure the ball placement is correct. And when your arms are squared and you're getting ready to shoot the ball, you want your dominant arm to go straight out, and you want your non-dominant arm to kind of go over to support. And so when you release the ball, you want a moderate speed on the basketball. You don't want it to spin really fast, and you don't want it to spin really slow. So in order to help the ball spin at a moderate speed, you want to take your index finger and your middle finger when you shoot, and you want those to push the ball out, and you want these two fingers kind of out, and you just want to release it. And I'm going to show you how in this last video. Alright, so you just want to make sure your feet are square with your shoulders, make sure you're bending your knees, make sure your elbows are square, make sure your hand placement is good on the ball, and then